to Egypt, what are the points of strength concerning the Egyptian economy, especially in a country that seeks a shift towards industrialization and also production?
I think, if I may say so, I think you just need to come to Cairo to look at the construction work and the planning, and so investment. To my knowledge, there is a commitment towards promoting innovation, which is also essential. So to this shift, it's not just the industrial policy, but it is a 21st century industrial policy. Of course, Egypt has its own natural resources that are extremely valuable, and it has a huge population, but also young population, which I think is also always an excellent asset, because qualified young persons will definitely contribute to this shift of the country, to the full implementation of reforms. So it is very important that this is perceived as a collective, as a national, not just a program that will serve the interests of foreign direct investors or of big industrial companies or big multinational companies, if you understand what I'm saying. I think, as I said, data, the recent statistics show a very positive evolution, which does not mean that the country does not need to continue to do these efforts. I think, in any case, the regional and the international context, unfortunately, are not the best. We know that since the pandemic, for instance, as far as climate change and environmental degradation, the situation is deteriorating by the day. We know that since the pandemic, vulnerabilities and inequalities between countries and within countries have also increased very much. And we see, for instance, that also something that is so positive, digitalization. Digitalization has developed in an uneven manner. And UNCTAD has a number of very good and recent reports stating all of this. So, while the country is trying to progress on other fronts, also has to consider these global challenges and of course, and work with its partners. I think the good thing is that, well, Egypt is a member, for instance, of the Common Market of Eastern and Southern Africa. And at UNCTAD, we believe that regional cooperation, even for a big country like Egypt, because they are so much smaller countries, is really the way to go in order to share experiences, in order to, well, to strengthen, let's say, this group of countries. At the same time, so Egypt is in this intersection between Africa and the Middle East, and there are all the Arab countries in Africa, but in the Middle East also, with different features. And I think it is very important that the country continues to explore different partnerships. For instance, the fact that Egypt is now within the BRICS Plus countries. I think it's very interesting, and for us at UNCTAD that is also interesting, because the BRICS, of course, are the most developed, and it's so interesting that with these efforts, others that are improving have a little extra encouragement to have access to new knowledge, to innovation, and to work in partnership. As you know, the biggest challenges the world faces are global. Often, of course, with a regional dimension and also with a national impact. So through international cooperation, regional cooperation, and the multiplication of partnerships, I think it's the only way a country can really make the most out of its potential. And Egypt is in that position, and I wish your country, well, success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wishes and for this interview.